his opponent, accompanied ringside by the Vice President of the National Wrestling Alliance, Mr. Bill Behrens. From Memphis, Tennessee, weighing 224 pounds, he is one half of the current reigning Wildside Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express. He is Ricky Morton!
Wrestling fans, welcome back to this edition of Wildside Wrestling as Ricky Morton, one half of the NWA NCW Tag Team Champions, in the ring, going to take on newcomer Chris Hamrick. Chris Hamrick, a newcomer to this area, but you talking about one hell of a match, I guess. We're fixing to have it right here on Wildside.
Without a doubt, Hamrick, a 7-year veteran of the sport, mostly around the Tennessee, Virginia, North Carolina area. In fact, at one time, he was a tag team partner of K Crush in North Carolina.
There we go. We got some chain wrestling going on already. Arm drag into the arm bar by Hamrick. And Ricky Morton, the 20-year veteran of this great sport, is finding himself on the losing end of the stick already.
Well, Ricky, a smart, savvy veteran, I'm sure he's just biding his time. And we saw Ricky Morton at the open of this week's program attacking Rick Michaels after Michaels sucker punched Mr. Bill Behrens.
That's Japanese arm drag into the normal arm drag into the arm bar. And look at this Bill Behrens at ringside. Now guess what business does he have out here in Ricky Morton's match?
He's protecting his interests. He's protecting his investment.
What about my investment?
What about your investment?
Called NCW, formerly known as NCW Wildside.
Yeah, now it isn't because Bill Behrens is here.
Well, come hardcore hell, hopefully there's going to be an answer to this situation.
I tell you what a card that hardcore hell is shaping up to be already. We found out 2 marquee matches. Bad Attitude will take on the New South, and JC Daz, the thorn in my side, will take on my man, super cool Scotty Red. That's all going to go down right here at the NCW Arena in Columbia, Georgia on April 1st.
My God, what a moonsault. He was 10 feet in the air, landed with nobody home, and Ricky Morton. Here he goes, baby. Irish whip across, reversed as Morton goes into that turnbuckle. Nobody home is Hamrick.
Hamrick has absolutely no regard for his body and for his physical well-being. I've seen him do some of the most death-defying leaps that I have ever seen, and knowing full well that he's going to end up taking more punishment than his opponent, even if he does connect.
Now, guess, would you have ever dreamed in a million years Ricky Morton would have been on the bad side of the fence, so to speak? This guy is the most hated wrestler in the NWA and the NCW.
He's only the most hated man inside this building. It's because these fans here in Cornelia don't understand what the NWA means, what the NWA has done for professional wrestling over the last half of the 20th century, and what Ricky Morton has done for professional wrestling and tag team wrestling over the last 15, 20 years.
Well, Ricky Morton eyeballing the knee of Hamrick, and Hamrick in a world of trouble here. Come on, Behrens. This right here's what's going to have to stop. You tell me what right he's got interfering in this matchup.
I have no idea, but he interfered, and hey, the referee didn't see it. Well, we already seen Ricky Morton.
I'm surprised you saw it.
Ricky Morton did quite a number on Rick Michaels' knee a couple of weeks ago, and then tried to resume the attack this week on the program. Now it looks like he's going to do the same thing to Chris Hamrick.
Ricky Morton working over Hamrick. Hamrick in a world of trouble as Bill Behrens, the vice president of the NWA, has brought another chair into the ring on Hamrick.
Wait a second.
Rick Michaels. And here we go.
No, what's he doing?
Rick Michaels all over Ricky Morton like a bad dream as Michaels is going up top. And I mean all the way up top. And he shoves him off.
Bill Behrens pushed him off, thank goodness.
I don't understand this at all. Oh, come on that hurt knee. And Rick Michaels had been hospitalized. And here comes Romeo. Thank God he was watching in the back. Romeo Bliss out to make a save on Chris Hamrick and Rick Michaels. And you're talking about 2 hated men in this arena. One half of the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton, along with Bill Behrens. I guess this is going to have to stop one way or the other.
Well, yeah, it should have stopped. Rick Michaels had no reason to be out here. He came out and he got what he deserved as far as I'm concerned.
Well, you know, Rick Michaels just got back from a trip to London, and he was ordered by the doctor not to compete, and he went anyway, so it done further damage to the knee area, and now, you know, he might have some torn ligaments. Lord only knows, but I can tell you this, he's going to have to be examined by the doctor.
Some people might call that bravery. I call it stupidity.
I've been here in NCW for some time now. I've held a lot of prestigious titles all over this great nation. But the one title I hold dearest to my heart is Team NCW. That's the title I hold close.
Amen.
Rick Michaels has had problems in the past, but he's the only one that got the intestinal fortitude, and yes, I'll say it, to stand up to Bill Behrens, Daddy, and that's why I'm teaming with you. Now let me tell you something, Bill Behrens. I am the greatest independent wrestler there is, and I will go and say as far as any of those shows. And I have yet to have a match for Hardcore Hell. I would like to have somebody like Terry Taylor, Colorado Kid. I wouldn't mind kicking his ass because I know my foot wouldn't get stuck from some of the stories I've heard. Jeff G. Bailey, I used to have a lot of respect for you. Hell, we used to hang out together. First you took Jesse Taylor in. Now you turn your back on NCW and you're uplifting NWA. There's a lot of stuff going on back there evidently. The only difference between Jeff G. Bailey and a mosquito is a mosquito stops sucking when you slap it.
Romeo on fire here.
I want a match for Hardcore Hell, and I want it soon. You can fire me, Bill Behrens. You can throw me out of the building, and you can kiss my...
Katey, where have you been? I've called the bank. I need money for wrestling tickets. Our bank account is empty.
You know, Baby and I had gone to get a new collection of UCDs. We have to keep the best selection of UCDs in town.
You know I want tickets for wrestling. I want to see wrestling now.
You want wrestling? I'll give you wrestling.
Hey, relax, guys. Katie's right. She spends good money on their wide variety of new and used CDs, videos, box sets, and posters. Not to mention a large selection of rare, hard-to-find, collectible vinyl albums.
Okay, I give up. I don't need wrestling after all.
Come on, guys, break it up. Leave this to the Wildside professionals.
Oh, thank you, Rick Michaels. Thank you.
Come join the fun at Katie's CDs, located at 3352 A. Chamblee Tucker Road, Chamblee, Georgia.